Hello again, this is Dave Marshall from Art of the Comic Book, and today we are going to learn how to make round word balloons for dialogue. The first thing you want to do, and I pre-lettered a little sequence over here, it's a little silly, but it'll get the ball rolling. So the first thing you want to do after you've done your lettering, and you try to center it, but don't get bent out of shape if it's a little bit off. What I like to do is pre-letter kind of loosely in pencil and then go over it in ink. But a lot of the old school letterers didn't even have time to do that. They were trying to crank out 10 pages a day. So they literally just laid out their aims guides and then just went straight to ink and hoped for the best. And most of them, it took a few months of doing that every day, 7 days a week, before they got good enough so that with the printed product looked perfectly centered, or at least gave that impression. But an experienced eye looks at that old work and goes, whoa, that's not flush left or centered. But nobody noticed at the time, and I doubt anybody would notice now unless I specifically pointed it out. So anyway, I've got some lettering here. So now I want to make word balloons. So the first thing I want to do is gauge just how center it is, just to kind of give it a ballpark. And one critical element is what they call air or margin between the letters and the word balloon. So I like to go about a full letter height at least, surrounding of margins surrounding the text. So I'll start by guessing that for this one, that this is the center, and obviously that's the center. So I'll just gently make a little arc on top, and then another one like it beneath. And when that starts to look right, I'm not penciling this like for art or anything, or for not, I'm just doing vague shapes that sort of look pleasing to me at the time. And the same thing here. Now I've got a split here. I've got a shouty part and a normal part. So I'm gonna make a balloon around the normal part as if the shouty part isn't there. And one style convention is to leave, whenever you have a stack like this, is to leave one row blank so that you have plenty of room to draw the overlapping word balloons. So that's my margin here. That's my middle line. That's a 4 stack, so my middle's in here somewhere. So I just do this. And again, I'm not doing it 100% super final. This is just enough that'll let me improvise a little bit in the inking phase. So I've got that one and I've got that one. Now there are many styles of shouty bits. I'm going to go with the Marvel look that I grew up with, but you certainly don't have to stick to this. Just enough of a burst. I like to go big, little, big, little, big. I didn't leave enough room because of the previous demo. So little, big, and I think I'll just leave it right there. And my pointer, what you want to do is point where you think the mouth is. And a couple of things you can probably see, I'm kind of going for this motion where you've got the center of this one and the center of this one. It forms a little arc. So what you want to do is make your pointer, that's what this thing is, seem like it's coming from the center of the balloon. And since this is a joined, pair of balloons, you just want to give this impression. Nobody's ever going to see this or line it up, but it looks nice in the final piece. So now I've got my shouty bit, round, 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 round. Now I'm ready to ink. So this part's terrifying, to be honest, but it's only years of practice that got me to the point where I'm not intimidated. It's only daily practice that's going to build your chops up. So I've already wiped the sides. So the important thing is to know where your ergonomics let you move and where they don't. So I'm going to go from top to bottom until it just feels wrong. Whoops, there's no ink in there. Let's try that again. All right. And this time for the glory. Yep. All right, sometimes I drag the whole hand, and sometimes I don't. All right, right about there ergonomically, I feel like I'm in trouble, so I just stop. Reload, twist the paper, and follow the line as best I can. And there I'm in trouble again, so I stop. Oops. And I stop about there. And then dip, wipe the edge, go back. Right there, that feels good, so I stop. And it's only, like I said, practice that lets you know when to stop and when not to. In fact, I'm going to try something new. I'm going to try pushing instead of pulling. And that felt better from this angle. So the same thing here. I'm going to move until I feel like I'm in trouble. Twist, draw, stop. Dip, wipe. Now, right to left from this angle has always been tough, but I'm going to try it because I like you guys. All right, that seems okay. Pointer. All right, and now for the shouty bit. Big, little. You notice I'm not 100% sticking to the pencils. I'm still improvising. The improvisations might seem tiny in this demo, but I see them as if they're a giant red light. All right, that one's not perfect, but it gets the idea across. And that is how you do word balloons with hand lettering. Thank you much for your time. See you for the next demo.